Brian here. Got some time this afternoon, so I'm going to see how much progress I can make on laying some track up the outside here. So I've got, I don't know, 14, 16 feet of track that I'm going to try and get down here. So I'm not going to film this because, as I said, I've got some time. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time filming, but I'm going to start over here with the bridge and make sure I connect up fine. And then I'm just going to do the outside and lay whatever I can up the ridge, across the bridge, down around to the other side there. So, alright, be back to an intermediate video here. I've got first two sections of track laid down with bricks sitting on top, and I've just laid down some glue over here. And just to show you excuse me, how I do this, hopefully I can hold the camera and do this. I just lay a putty knife on top of the glue, just let it rest there, and just pull it along. And it makes a nice flat glue surface. And then come back down. Sorry for the getting out of the shot here. It's kind of tough to drag this down and film at the same time. Alright, so the next step obviously is to put the track on there, and I'm using these pins to run those down through the holes in the center of the track to make sure I get it exactly placed where I need it to be placed, and then I put the bricks on to hold it down. Alright, so the way I do this, it works for me, is in flex track there's one rail that slides, is made to slide, and you always want that sliding rail on the outside of the curve. So the way I join these, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the inside rail doesn't move as readily as the outside rail here. So what I can do is, once I get the track in place, I can just take a pair of pliers, slip that rail up tight against the other rail. And again, the pins are there only to center the track in the cork roadbed. They're long enough so that they can go down between the cork and attach into the risers that are underneath. And again, they're just to keep it from moving left to right. And I'll take these bricks and I will put them on the top and go on with the next section. Oh, a landslide! Shortly. Oh, wait. Those are holding the track down. I remembered I had some of the extra rock for the that I put in on the hillside there in this bucket. So, excuse me, battling a little bit of bronchitis here. Alright, excuse me. So I just used some rocks to weight that track down as well in that section. And what I'm going to do here next is the approach up to the bridge. So I've got my piece of track already cut. And so that's my next section. So we're coming along here, and I've got after that another section around to that turnout that's going to service the coal yard, and then I'll probably get another 6 feet to around to the bridge. So coming along pretty good today. Alright, so as you can see here, all the track is down across the bridge to right there. That last two sections is being glued right now. So I've got a complete oval. So later on tonight we'll run a first train, and I've been testing this as I go. Sorry. No, it wasn't like the other night when you saw the inaugural train move across the bridge. I've been testing this as I go along. So as soon as this dries, we'll go back and we'll put some cars on and we'll run it around. Alright, so one thing I just wanted to show you, these tracks are not placed permanently yet, but those are the three leads that go back to the mine. Obviously this one on the left, once it's set in place, we'll have to do something like this. But there they are. So the place that I thought was going to be the hardest to work with actually turned out to be the easiest to work with. Once I got the outside main track laid in place, it was pretty easy to to attach the the mine lead to that turnout. Another turnout here. Finally another turnout here. And I've run my my auto rack back in there on each lead, so we're good to go there. Almost ready. We still got one section over here, still a little bit wet. We're letting it dry. One other section I've been working on in between laying the main line is extending this one siding here. This is the one right here that runs under the wood chip loader, and I just extended it straight back. See, I've got an auto rack on it right now, but it comes back to well, right there. So excuse me, this cork in here is intentionally rough. I'm gonna hopefully make it look like you know, broken edge of a concrete pad or something. So I haven't decided yet, but anyway, that's what I've been working on while I've been laying the main line. So maybe in another 30 minutes or so I'll resume filming. We can go the whole way around. Alright, so this next series of shots is going to be me running this short intermodal train around the layout. I've got 12 of the spine cars on here, and I thought that would be a good test, only because they're pretty light and the trailers kind of have a tendency to shift a little bit. And that was one question I wanted to pose to those of you who may have these kind of cars. Do you glue the trailers onto the cars so that they don't shift around, or how do you handle that? I've also thought about possibly adding some weight to the cars as well, maybe on the plate where the wheels sit for the trailer. Maybe just putting some weights on top of those. I thought about putting the weights in the trailers, but I was wondering if maybe that might raise the center of gravity too much and cause them to tip easier. Excuse me. So, as I said, I've got 12 on here, and this is my entire collection of these. I have 48. So, I could have a train 4 times as long as this, which would stretch somewhere in the neighborhood of back across the bridge. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, these Lehigh Valley F units that you see here, I just acquired those about a week or so ago. They are DC, so good for testing on the layout today. They run very well together, so you know, that's a good thing. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take some shots of the train. Appreciate all the new subscriptions, all the comments. Thanks for watching.